everyone, welcome to another episode of Boy Grow Life. We're here at Whole Foods, and we're here with Shawn. He is Dr. President on Twitter, and earlier today he did a cheese making demo, so I thought we'd corral him and get some highlights of his demo. So, what did you make?
We made one of the most simplest cheeses that anyone could probably ever make, and that is a mozzarella. Mozzarella is pretty much a simple cheese that all you do is add a little bit of acid to it, which is in the form of citric acid. You add a little bit of an enzyme, which is in the form of a rennet, which is actually found in either mushroom or found in animals in the stomach. So it's actually kind of a process that is super age old. I mean, it's one of those things that way back in, even farther back than your grandma, you know, people in culture actually applied these type of products to milk, to dairy, to actually form a really great, more long-lasting process. Because when you milk an animal, that freshness really only has a certain amount of time until it starts to spoil. And so, because there was no refrigeration, and because people were just always on the move, trying to make, you know, home somewhere and move somewhere else, they figured that if you could actually add salt, if you could add acid, if you could add a little bit of the enzyme that naturally is found in your environment, and maybe stretch out that dairy product, that milk product into something a little bit more stable that can be transferable, that's what they did. And we actually lucked out and got cheese from that, or yogurt, or kefir. That's what's so cool about cheese, is that it's not just a gourmet product. It's a product that really allowed our cultures to sustain themselves for miles and miles and miles and hundreds of years. That for me is what I love so much about it. It's really peasant food, but it was like a peasant. But what's so cool about it is that you can take a peasant food and then you can make really amazing things out of it. You can make bocconcinis, so essentially it's little bite-sized mozzarella balls. You can make ricotta, which you can use to layer like lasagnas. You can make mascarpone, which is wonderful for like sweet desserts, you know, that you just want to eat everything out of it. You can take that really basic form of milk, cook it up, add the enzymes, add the acid, have a simple taste, the natural sweetness of the milk. Or if you wanted to, you can actually get some fresh local basil, do a nice chiffonade, incorporate it into that mozzarella ball, and have a wonderful bocconcini with basil, a little bit drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, even macnut oil. There's no rules saying you can't mix jam or ricotta. You can do like a guava jelly in there. You can do a mango jelly in there.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool.
The cool thing is that it's universal, and it's also, what would you say? It's one of those things where all applies. You know,
like a little black dress.
Exactly.
Now this is some of the ricotta that you had made earlier.
Yep.
And this is made with the kit.
We actually had this wonderful kit over here that is about $20.99 that has all the things that you need in order to make a mozzarella. And the cool thing is, with a little bit more research, you actually can find out how to make ricotta with almost what we have in here minus one product, which is the rennet. So the cool thing is that if you have a little bit of legwork and you're willing to have a little more research, you can make actually some really cool things with this. 1 gallon of milk can make a whole bunch of cheese using this kit. And the cool thing is that we actually sell a lot of local milk here. The one thing to make sure you actually pay attention to is if the milk is pasteurized or not, if it's ultra pasteurized or just pasteurized. And those things actually mean that there's a company out there that's making wonderful milk, that's making sure that the milk is actually sanitary for you. There's not a lot of bad bugs in it. So make sure when you make cheese, it says pasteurized and not ultra pasteurized.
Pasteurized and not ultra pasteurized.
Exactly. Pasteurized means you can make really good cheeses. Ultra pasteurized, you might have a hard time.
Okay.
But the cool thing is, with these type of products that have been made for many centuries, if you can't make the cheese, you can make the ricotta. If you can't make the ricotta, you can probably, I don't know, make a good soup out of it.
No, actually, yeah, because earlier he was trying to make these balls, and he kind of
fell apart.
Yeah, it did fall apart, but it's still edible and it's still good. I mean, like, I would use ricotta.
What were we saying is, like, if grandmas can use it and reuse it, then we can reuse it.
Yeah.
they're probably the best cooks that you will ever find in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and so do you have any other cheese making tips to make it kind of foolproof? There's no foolproof, right?
Well, I think the one thing that's really important is that when you're making cheese and you're looking, see, in this step, we actually try to make the curd, which is the hardest part, because what we're actually trying to do is coax those proteins into one solid form. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, maybe in a month, where Whole Foods will actually be selling curd so that you actually can stretch and make your own cheese. So if I can do that, that would be awesome. But I think the tips that I'm looking for is, if you find that your curd is a little bit loose and not holding together, crank up the temperature just a bit. But always be aware that if you go above 105 Fahrenheit, your chances are you're going to be cooking it rather than actually coaxing it. There is that range of like 90 degrees to 105 that we're looking for to help those proteins form together. Any other tips? Salted water, season. I like, when I salt this type of stuff, it should taste like ocean water. It should be nice and salty, really briny. If you have a little bit of a dietary issue with salt, you can reduce it. But if you have that flexibility, I would definitely say ocean water. It's the salt water that I like and the taste. What else? Have fun with it. You know, if you don't form a ball, that's fine. You know, it can be used for something else. It's not a race.
On bread. Yeah. It's not gonna. You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not gonna taste good.
Yeah. And you know what? Making some mistakes actually might turn out to be good mistakes. That's how you learn.
That's probably how cheese was made.
Yeah, pretty much. What else would I do? What do we do? I mean, I find that. I'm just trying to think.
Can they come and find you?
What's that?
Can they come and ask you?
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty much here 5 days a week. I'm working in the specialty department way to the back. We do meat, we do cheese, we do wine, we do beer. Any one of us in the department would be more than happy to at least offer some advice, offer some good tips, offer some pairings on things. If you have ricotta, what would be good with? You know, nice meats, nice cured olives. We're here for you. Anytime, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your own mozzarella making kit, make your own cheese at home, learn about the cheeses they have here and all the other local products, make sure you visit Whole Foods Kahala, visit Shawn, follow Shawn on Twitter, Stop and Pheasant, and he'll answer all your questions.
Yeah, or I'll try to. I'll research for you.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.